Introducing the all-new Corolla.
Republican Senators Mike Limtiaco and Chris Duenas broke party lines yesterday to vote yes on Bill 278, a measure introduced by Senator Ben Pangilinan to roll back the raises for elected and appointed officials. Senator Duenas says he voted yes on the measure because Senator Mike Limtiaco's bill to delink senators' salaries from judges' salaries and to set their senators' salaries at $60,840 annually was almost in its entirety folded into Bill 278.
So I've been consistent on my position on senatorial salaries, and I was happy at least that with that bill, Senator Limtiaco's bill, basically in its entirety, was amended into the bill yesterday. So that was definitely a point that I've supported all the time, and so I voted for it for that reason.
The bill's author, Senator Ben Pangilinan, says that the purpose of his bill was to ensure that the rank and file get paid first before appointed and elected officials get their raises.
The governor's proposal under the Hay Plan had always been to ensure that the people at the top, the directors and the political appointees, the elected officials, got huge raises. And they were going to be implemented at 100% of the recommendation rate of pay, while the rank and file were going to be paid 50% of what they were owed.
The governor's Hay Pay Plan called for partial implementation of raises, with full implementation to come later. Democrats say this is why they were trying to get the details of this implementation to find out how employees would be affected.
There was no transparency as to how the plan changed from 2010 to 2014. There was no accountability as to how much the plan would cost every single department and agency, and there was no fairness in terms of an appeal process.
Senator Respicio says that when the governor vetoed 268 and went with his plan, some people got checks as low as 40 cents. Meanwhile, Respicio says he's heard through his sources that some agency heads received checks as high as $500.
We have heard that they've got upwards of $300 to $500 in some cases, and they're not being transparent. I know PNC's asked over and over what the breakdown is on what these directors got with their pay increases, and they're unable to provide it.
In fact, PNC has asked the administration since Monday for a breakdown of what each agency head will be receiving under their Hay Pay Plan, but as of today, we haven't received it. On Wednesday, the governor's spokesman, Phil Leon Guerrero, had this to say.
It's a pretty crazy time here at the governor's office. We're preparing for the State of the Island address, and there are a lot of last-minute media issues that are coming up. We remain committed to transparency, and definitely, as soon as we have the information and we can release it to you guys, we definitely will. It's just a matter of making sure that we can get it to you, and again, the commitment remains that as soon as it's available, it will be released.